Hey there, welcome to 7 with Salma. 7-minute practices and workouts for you to slip into your day that focus on what you need. So in this class, yoga for desk hips, we're just doing a little movement and a few gentle stretches to help relieve some of that tension that builds up from sitting all day. So I hope you enjoy. Always listen to your doctors and PTs and anything they're asking you to work around. And most importantly, listen to your body. If something doesn't feel right, adjust, pause, do what you need. Namaste and enjoy. So let's begin on hands and knees and focus on those hips. So I'm just going to start with a few cat-cows to get a little movement in. So shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. And just as you next inhale, if it feels okay for your toes, tuck them and reach the heart forward into cow pose. And as you exhale, push the ground away and round your spine into cat. And just do that a couple more times using your whole breath length. And one more-ish. Good. As you next inhale, just come to a nice long neutral spine. Take your hands slightly forward, about a half a palm distance or so. Tuck the toes and reach your hips up and back into downward dog. You can pedal out the feet here just to get a nice little stretch in the backs of the legs, the calves. And then just find a moment of stillness, pushing the ground away, reaching the hips up and back. Then you can have as much of a bend in your knees as you need. And just take another breath in here. And a breath out. As you next inhale, just ripple yourself forward towards plank pose. You can always set the knees down here. And as you exhale, reach the hips up and back to downward dog. Just 2 more times like that. Ripple forward to plank as you inhale. And as you exhale, reach the hips up and back. One more. Ripple forward. And back to down dog. Set the knees down to the mat. Take your hands over to the left side of your mat. And right foot's going to come to the outside of your right hand for lizard pose. That right leg slightly turned out so that knee is still in line with the middle of the foot. We just have a little turnout in that leg. Hips can just come forward any amount that feels okay. You don't want to sink and relax into it fully. Just kind of meet an area of tension or sensation there. If the ground feels too far away, this is where blocks can come in handy to bring the hands up on blocks. You can bring your forearms down to the block as well, if that feels nice for you. Just take another 2 breaths here. Just feel ease in the shoulders. And just bring your awareness to the front of the left hip. And then we'll just gently switch. So pressing the ground away, bring the right leg back. Walk the hands over to the right this time. Left foot to the outside of the left hand. And again, you can use your blocks. Hands can come up on the blocks. Forearms can come down onto the blocks. You don't want any pain in your knees. So you can always just make sure that knee is over the middle of the foot. And you can always put a blanket up underneath the back knee if you need a little more cushion. Just take an inhale and an exhale and just focus. Bring your awareness to the front of your right hip. And one more breath length here. Beautiful. Take the left leg back. Hands to the center. And sit back on your heels just into a child's pose. Take a breath into the back body. And then as you're ready, rolling up. And we'll bring the legs around in front of us. Reach your arms forward, roll down through the spine, and cross the right ankle over the right thigh for figure 4. Some people call it thread the needle. I like to keep this foot flexed to just make sure there's no extra twisting at the knee there, and bring the hands behind the left thigh. And just take a few breaths here. You can use the right arm to encourage that right leg open a little bit as long as that feels okay in your body. But again, just coming up to a point of sensation. No need to rip past anything. Just find it, breathe into it, and perhaps it'll open a little more. Just feel ease in the shoulders. You can close your eyes if that feels nice. And then keep the legs the way they are. Set the left foot down and just let the legs tip over to the right. So you're just kind of in a twist here. If that doesn't feel good on the knee, you can always release that top foot down. And then arms can come to a cactus position, down by your sides or on your belly, whatever feels nice for you. And just bringing that awareness to that left side of the body through that left hip, perhaps quad. And then carefully bring yourself back to center. Set the right foot down, cross the left foot, flexing it across the right thigh, and just hug that knee in towards you, or the back of the thigh in towards you, keeping the foot flexed that's crossed. You can use the left arm to open up that left thigh a little bit. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Ease in the neck and shoulders. I like to make sure my pelvis is staying in neutral here, so I'm not tucking and pushing my back into the ground and the hips lifting up and off. And just set the right foot down. Let the legs tip over to the left. You can always unhook that left foot. You can open your arms out to that cactus, down by your side in a low V or across the belly. And just breathe in, breathe out. Beautiful. And then as you're ready, just coming back up through center, hug both knees into the chest. You can grab the outsides of the feet and just pull the knees down to the outsides of the body for a little happy baby, a little rock perhaps. And then just stretch your legs out long for a moment on the mat, palms face up. Take a breath in. And a big breath out. Beautiful. And then you can stay here, hug your knees into your chest, turn over onto your right side, coming up to seated. And I hope you have a hippity easeful rest of your day. Namaste. I don't know about you, but my hips sure do feel a little bit better. So we did a little gentle movement to get our body ready. We did a lizard for the front of the hips, a figure 4 for the outer hip, happy baby for the inner thighs, and let ourselves just release down on the mat for a moment. If you have any questions, feel free to send me an email at ankhbody@gmail.com. If you want more classes, visit ankhbody.com. We have a 7-day free trial for you to kind of have your heart's desire of pick and choices of what you want to do. See you soon on the mat, and have a beautiful morning, afternoon, or evening.